Hello, my name is Zaimin Patel, and in this video, I am going to discuss the ethical and legal issue at Auto Parts Corporation or APC, which has recently come under scrutiny for its business practice. I will be breaking down this issue into three key legal problem and six ethical concerns. So the legal issues are the health and safety violation. Second one is employment and discrimination, and the third one is unlawful drug testing and privacy violation. So I will be describe those in the details. The firstly, let's talk about health and safety violation. APC has had a significant number of workplace injuries, primarily because temporary workers received a minimal training and safety precautions were neglected. This is the clear violation of the occupational health and safety laws. So the description for that is the lack of proper gardening and the insufficient training for workers. So according to the Ontario Workmen's Compensations Insurance Board, which is WSIB, these conditions are not only unethical but illegal. WSIB fined 200 and 250,000 for this violation, and the case was referred to the Ontario Provincial Police for further criminal investigation. So this is this is a legal issue because it breaches workplace safety regulation as set by the occupational health and safety laws. So according to the WSIB, employers are legally required to provide a safety working environment and adequate training to all employees. So this is from the WSIB 2012. Second one is the employment discrimination. So next we have employment discrimination. The contract with just in time labor, which supplies the temporary worker to APC, including discrimination clauses. So the description for that is the contract stipulated that workers must be born in the Canada and excluded those born in the Quebec. So this type of this type of discrimination based on national and provincial origins is illegal under the Ontario Human Rights Code. So this is the legal issue. It violates discrimination laws. The Ontario Human Rights Code states that every person has a right to equal treatment with respect to employment without discrimination because of the place of origin. So this is from the OHRC, Ontario Human Rights Code states from in 2012. And the third one is the unlawful drug testing, privacy and violation. So Right. So the description for that is the employee were required to submit the urine samples for drug testing without the proper consents or notification. So this breaches privacy rights as outlined by the Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documentation Act, PIPEDA. So this is the legal issue as it infringes on privacy and the employment standards. So PIPDA ensure organizational. So PIPDA ensure organization must obtain the meaningful consents for the collection, use, and the disclosure of the personal information. So this is from the PIPEDA in 2012. So now let's talk about the ethical issue. The first major concern is the exploitation of the temporary workers. So APC reliance on temporary workers who were paid minimal wages with no benefit. So this practice exploit workers by prioritizing the profit over their well-being. So this is an ethical issues related to the business ethics and exploitation. According to the content ethics, treating individual merely as means to an end is inherently unethical. So this is from the Kent in 1785. Second, another significant ethical issue is the inadequate training and the safety measures. temporary workers received minimal to no training, leading to the frequent workplace injuries. This endeavors employees and violation ethical principle of harm and care. So this is the ethical issue related to the duty of care. So the principle of non-malfeasance dictates that one should do no harm to others. This is from the Big Champ and Childress from 2001. There is also a clear conflict of interest within the APC. This is the third one, and Michael Smith, the president of APC, also owned the staffing agency just in time labor. So this dual role represent a conflict of interest, prioritizing the personal gain over the company's ethical operation. So this is the ethical issue related to the conflict of interest. So business ethics requires that the executives must avoid the conflicts of interest to maintain the trust and integrities. So this is from the Trevino and Nelson in 2000 from 2001. The discrimination hiring policy are another concern. So the exclusion of workers based on the birthplace and physical requirements. So this is unethical, as it discriminate unfair against certain groups. So this is the ethical issue related to the fairness and the equality. So ethical principle of fairness emphasize no discriminatory practice in hiring and no in hiring and employment. So this is from the rule 1971. And the fifth one is the fiduciary misconduct. It also evidence at APC. So the company replaced the national auditing firm with a smaller local firm. This raised the concern about financial transparency and the accountability ethical issue. So this is the ethical issue related to the fiduciary duty. So the concept of fiduciary duty requires acting in the best interest of stakeholder. This is by the Freeman in 1984. And lastly, the violation of the employee privacy is the major ethical issue. So mandatory drug testing without the clear concept is an invention of the privacy. So this regards the employee's rights to privacy and the respect. So this is the ethical issue related to the privacy and respect for a person. According to the Canadian Charter of Right and Freedom, everyone has the right to security and privacy. This is from the Canadian Charter 1982. So in conclusion, in conclusion, I can say that APC faced numerous legal and ethical challenges that need immediate attention. Ensuring compliances with legal standard and adhering to the ethical principle is essential for fostering a fair and safe working environment. Business must prioritize the well-being of their employees, maintaining transparency and avoid discriminatory practice to operate ethically and legally. Now I will be drawing on information from a variety of sources, including article, books, and research paper. So the references are Ontario Human Rights Courts, which is OHRC in 2012. Then second one is the Personal Information Protection and Electronic Document Act, which is PIPEDA in 2012. Third one is the Principle of Biomedical Ethics by Bochman and Childress by from Oxford University Press. Then Groundwork for the Metaphysics of Moral by Kant. Uh, then I have another reference is from Managing Business Ethics. Managing Business Ethics straight talk about how to do it right by Trevino and Nilsson. Then I have a theory of justice. Then I have theory of justice by Rawls, which is in the Harvard University Press, and strategy, and then strategy management, a stakeholder approach, which is by Freeman. And I have Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom from 1982. And the last one is WSIB, Workplace Safety and Insurance Board Guideline from in 2012. Now we will explore the ethical dilemma David faced and analyze five potential courses of actions he could take considering their cost. I'm sorry. The, now we will explore the ethical dilemma David faced and analyzing five potential courses of action he could take, considering their pros and cons from an ethical leadership perspective. So the first one is the firstly, David could consider quitting his job at APC. So the pros associated with this are the quitting would allow David to maintain his personal and professional integrity by not associating with an ethical practice. Living Second one is the living a toxic work environment can be ethical for his mental and emotional health. And the last one is the by designing David sent a strong message that he does not support or condone the unethical behavior at APC. And the cons associated with this are quitting. Quitting would means losing an influence he has within the company to initiate positive changes. Second one is the leaving a high level position could impact his career trajectory and future job perspective. And the last one is his departure might not lead to any improvement within the company, potentially leaving the issues unaddressed. So as noted by Tremino and Nelson in managing business ethics, maintaining personal integrity is the crucial, but so is the potential to effect changes from within. Another option for David is to report the company's violation to the appropriate regulators, such as the Ontario Workmen's Compensation Insurance Board, which is WSIB, or the Human Rights Commission. So the pros associated with this are this action would ensure that the legal violations are addressed and corrected by the external authority. Second one is the reporting the issue can prevent the further harm to the employees and improve the workplace safety. And last one is as an ethical leader, it is his duty to ensure that the company operates within legal and ethical boundaries. And the cons associated with this are the David might face retaliation from the company's leadership, potentially risking his job and the reputation. Second one is the company might face several penalties or even the shutdown, affecting all employees. And the last one is the regulatory investigation can be lengthy and complex and may not provide immediate solution. According to the so this is according to the WSIB guidelines. Reporting unsafe working condition is not just a right but a responsibility for ensuring the workplace safety. So this is from the WSIB 2012. The third one is the implementing internal reform. So David could attempt to implement the internal reforms to address the ethical and legal issues within the APC. So the pros associated with this that he would be in a position to he would be in the position to directly influence his positive changes and improve the work environment. Second one is this action demonstrate strong ethical leaderships and commitment to the corporate responsibility. And the last one is the reform could significantly improve the safety and well-being of the employees. And the cons associated with this are there might be significant resistance from other leaders and managers who benefit from the status quo. And second one is the implementing comprehensive reforms would require time, efforts, and resources. And the last one is there is no guarantee that these efforts will be successfully or fully supported by the board. So, as Freeman highlights in strategic management, a stakeholder approach, leaders must actively engaged in improving the conditions for all stakeholders, including the employees. So, this is in the Freeman 1984. The fourth one is the whistleblowing to the media. David might consider whistleblowing to the media to bring attention to the issues at APC. So the pros associated with this are media exposure can bring significant attention to the unethical practice, potentially leading to the swift actions. Second one is the public scrutiny can pressure the company to make necessary changes. The third one is from an ethical standpoint, whistleblowing aligns with the duties to protect the employees and the public. And the cons associated with this are the whistleblowing can lead to the personal and professional risk, including the legal actions and the defamation. And second one is the media might sensationalize the story, leading to unintended negative consequences for employees. And the last one is once the story is out, David lost control over how the information is used and portrayed. So the Canadian Charter and rights and freedom support freedom of expression, which is crucial for whistleblower aiming to expose unethical practice. So this is from the Canadian Charter in 1982. The fifth one is the seeking legal counselor. Lastly, David could seek legal counselor to the understanding his option and the potential repercussion of various actions. So the pros associated with this are the legal advice can help David make well informed decision based on the potential legal outcomes. Second one is the legal counselor can provide the potential and the guidance on how to proceed without the violation laws. And the last one is this allow for a more strategic and the less impulsive approaches to address the issues. And the costs associated with this are the seeking legal counselor can be expensive and time consuming. Second one is this approach might delay immediately action and prolong the issues at APC. And the last one is the legal process can be complex and overwhelming, required carefully navigation. So, according to PIPDA, seeking the legal counselor is advisable for understanding and navigating privacy and employment laws effectively. So, this is from the PIPDA in 2012. So, in conclusion, I can say that David has several courses of actions to consider, each with its own set of pros and cons. uh, Whether he chooses to quit, report to regulator, implementing internal reforms, whistleblows, or seek legal counselor. Each option has a significant implication for his personal integrity, ethical leadership, and the well-being of the APC's employees. Ethical leaderships require the careful consideration of these factors to make the best decision for all stakeholders involved. So I will be drawing on information from a variety of sources, including the article, books, and research paper. So the references are um, the managing book ethics straight talk about how to do it right by Trevino and Nielsen. Second one is the workplace safety and insurance board guideline, WSIB. The third one is the strategic management, a stakeholder approach by Freeman. And the fourth one is the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom in 1982. And the last one is the PIPDA in 2012, Personal Information Protection and Electronic Document Act. Mm, Now, uh, I am going to tell you now I'm going to tell you about the business and organization causes that have contributed to the current troubling situation at Auto Parts Corporation APC, which is APC. Understanding this root causes is crucial for addressing the issues effectively. So the first cause is the cost cutting measuring. One of the so the first is the cost cutting measures. One of the primary underlying causes at APC is the aggressive cost cutting measures implementing after the buyout in 1999. The new owner including President Smith prioritized reducing the operating expenses to the increasing profitability. This leads to replacing union employees with the lower paid temporary worker to save on wages and benefits, and also cutting costs on safety training and equipment maintenance. So, according to the Porter and Kramer in 2011, cost cutting at the expense of employees can lead to the long term reputational and operational risk. APC's decision to the focus on short-term financial gains has compromised the safety and well-being of its workplace. So this reference is from the Creating Share Value by Porter and Kramer by Harvard Business Review. Another significant cause is the lack of the adequate training program for temporary worker, which with high turnover rates and insufficient training, employee are ill employee are ill prepared to operate machines safely. This has resulted in frequent accident and injuries. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, which is OSHA, recommended comprehensive training for workers in high risk industries to prevent the workplace injuries. APC failed to adhere to these guidelines has led to the dangerous working environment. So this is the reference from the OSHA, which is Occupational Safety and Health Administration in 2012. Then the third one is the high employee turnover. The high turnover of a temporary employee make worse the training issues. Uh, Between August 2007 and June 2008, APC had to bring in 1,500 temporary workers to maintain a workplace of 350 to 400. This constant churn means that the companies perpetually dealing with the inexperienced staffs who are more prone to accident and less familiar with the safety protocols. So this is from the managing business ethics straight talk about how to do it right by Trevor and Nelson. And as fourth one is conflict of interest. Significant organization issue at APC is the conflict of interest involving the president Michael Smith and another director owning owning just in time labors. The employee agency supply temporary workers at to APC. Dual role create a conflict where the focus is on focusing on maximizing the profit for the staffing agency rather than ensuring fair wages and safety worker conditions for employees. As Friedman in 1970 suggests, corporate governance should prioritize ethical oversight to prevent the conflict of interest that can harm the organization integrity and stakeholders trust. So this is from the reference. This is the reference from the social responsibility of business is to increase its profit by Friedman. The final underlying causes is the poor leadership and the lack of ethical oversight at APC. David struggled to even schedule a meeting with the president to discuss the critical safety issues. Is indicative of the leadership team that is either unaware of or indifferent to the ethical implication of the decision. So, effective leadership should prioritize transparency, accountability, and the well-being of the employees. According to the Bass and Avolio, transformational leadership involves the inspiration and motivation employees, fosters an ethical climate, and ensuring a high level of organization integrity. The leadership at APC has failed to embody this principle, leading to a toxic and unsafe work environments. So this is the reference from the Transformer Leadership Response to Critics by Bass and Avelio. So, in conclusion, I can say that the situation at the APT is the result of the several interconnected business and organizational causes, including the aggressive cost-cutting measure, inadequate training program, high employee turnover, conflicts of interest, and the poor leadership and ethical oversights. Addressing these root causes is essential for creating a safer and more ethical workplace. So now I will be drawing on information from a variety of expert sources, including article books and research paper. So those references are the first one is the Creating Share Values by Porter and Kramer, which is in the Harvard Business Review. Second one is the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, which is OHSA in 2012. Third one is the Managing Business Ethics, straight talk about how to do it right by Trevor Noel Nelson. The fourth one is the Social Responsibility of Business is to increase its profit by Friedman. And the fifth one is Transformational Leaderships, a response to critics by Bass and Avolio. Now now I am going to talk about five preventative business and organizational measures that Auto Part Corporation can implement to ensure the issues we have discussed do not raise again. These measures are designed to foster a safer, fairer, and more ethical workplace. So the first one is the implementing comprehensive training program. Second one is the enhancing safety measure and oversight. The third one is the fostering ethical leadership and governance. Fourth one is the establish fair and inclusive hiring practice. And fifth one is strengthen employees relationship and support system. So I will discuss those briefly. First and foremost is APC must establish comprehensive training program for all employees, especially temporary workers. Proper training is crucial to ensure workers are well versed in safety protocols and equipment handling. So APC should follow the occupational safety and health administration guideline, which recommended 8 hours to 2 weeks of training, depending on the complexity of the task. Second is APC should offer ongoing training sessions to keep employee updated on new safety measures and technologies. So effective training reduce the risk of workplace accident and improve the overall productivity. So as Geller said in 2001, empowering employees with the right knowledge and skill is uh, con- is a corner stone of a safe and effective workplace. So this is the reference from the psychology of the safety handbook by Geller. Secondly, APC should enhance its safety measure and oversights. This involves conduct a regular and conference safety audits to identify and mitigate potential hazards. Second one is the uh, establish safety committees comprising employees from different level to provide a diverse perspective on safety issues. And the third one is ensure APC ensure that all machinery is up to date with the latest safety features and is regularly maintained. Implementing these measures can significantly reduce the workplace injury and create a culture of safeties. The so the Canadian Center for Occupational Health and Safety emphasized that proactive safety management is the key to preventing the workplace accidents. So this is from the Canadian Center for Occupational Health and Safety, which is CCOHS in 2014. The thirdly is fostering ethical leadership and governance is essential. So APC should develop and enforce a robust code of ethics that outline expected behavior and practices. So also APC should provide a regular ethics training for all employees, emphasizing the importance of ethical behavior and decision making. Also, APC should promote the transparency at all level of management to build trust and accountability. So ethical leadership sets the tones for the entire organization. So according to the Trevino and Nielsen, leaders who demonstrate ethical behavior inspire employees to act ethical as well. Fourthly, APC must establish fair and inclusive hire practices. This includes ensuring the hiring practice complies with the human rights legislation and do not discriminate based on race, gender, or a place of birth. Also developing a program to promote the diversity and inclusive within the workplace. Also, APC offer a competitive wages and benefit to all employees, not just temporary worker, to reduce the turnover and increasing job satisfaction. So, inclusive hiring practice help building a diverse and innovative workplace as stated by Human Resource Professional Association. That diversity in the workplace fosters a more creative and productivity environment. Lastly, strengthening employees relationship and support system is crucial. So APC should create a open communication channel where employees can voice concern without fearing of retaliation. Second one is APC should offer programs that provide support for personal and the professional issues, including mental health services. And the third one is APC should implement regular feedback mechanisms such as surveys and town hall meetings to guide employee satisfaction and address issues promptly. So, strong employee relationship enhance moral and loyalty, leading to the more committed and productive workplace. As as Altris in 1970 said, effective human resources practice are vital for sustaining high employee engagement and organizational performance. So in conclusion, implementing this prevention measure, comprehensive training program, enhanced safety measures, ethical leadership, fire fair hiring practice and strong employees relationship can help APC avoid the issues it currently faces. By prioritizing the well-being and ethical treatment of employees, APC can build a safer, more inclusive, and more productive workplace. So at the last, I will be drawing on information from a variety of sources, including article, books, and research papers. So the references are the psychological of safety handbook by Gaylor. Second one is the Canadian Center for Occupational Health and Safety in 2014. Third one is the managing business ethics, talk about how to do it right by Trevino and Nielsen. Fourth one is the Human Resource Professional Association in 2015, and the last one is the Human Resource Champions, the next agenda for adding value and delivering results from by Alchid in 1997, which is by Harvard Business Review Press. So thank you.